night on ABC. Trump's call for a total and complete shutdown of Muslim immigration and tourist visits came after last month's deadly attacks in Paris and last week's mass murder in San Bernardino, California.
A French legal official says the third person who attacked the Bataclan concert hall on November 13th has been identified as a man from the eastern city of Strasbourg who left for Syria in 2013. The latest information means that all the attackers identified so far were French or Belgian, all native French speakers. In all, 130 people died in the attacks on Paris, with the worst of the carnage at the Bataclan. All three Bataclan attackers were killed, two by detonating suicide vests. One was shot by police.
After years of failed attempts, Congress is nearing final passage of a sweeping new education law. The Senate is set to vote today on legislation to rewrite the landmark 2002 No Child Left Behind law. The bill would keep no child's requirement for statewide reading and math tests, but it would encourage states also to set caps on the time students spend on testing, and it would diminish the high stakes associated with tests at underperforming schools.
News Radio WHAM 1180. Time is 6:25. Sports at 25 and 55 with John DeTulio, a service of Canandaigua Chrysler Dodge Jeep.
All right, thanks again, JP. Last night at the Dome, SU defeats Colgate 78-51. For the Cuse, it's their 50th consecutive victory over the Raiders going back to 1962. SU comes up one three-point basket shy of tying the program record. In fact, they went 14 of 30. Michael Benajay and Malachi Richardson both leading SU with 17 points. Syracuse visits Madison Square Garden on Saturday to take on St. John's. We have all the action for you right here on WHAM 1180. Klay Thompson buried 39 points. Golden State improved to 23-0 with a 131-123 win over Indiana. The Amerks are back on home ice as they will face off against Utica. Start time 7:05. Don Stevens with your call on Fox Sports 1280. The Buffalo Bills elevated tight end Nick O'Leary to the 53-man roster and released tight end Matthew Mulligan. O'Leary, the grandson of golf legend Jack Nicklaus, was selected by the Bills in the 6th round of the 2015 NFL Draft out of Florida State. Johnny Manziel now will start at quarterback for the Browns this Sunday, as Cleveland will take on San Francisco. Baseball news, the Yankees acquiring second baseman Starlin Castro from the Cubbies in exchange for pitcher Adam Warren and infielder Brendan Ryan. And Patrick Kane extended his point streak to 23 games. That's a franchise record for Chicago as the Blackhawks defeat the Predators 4-1. With sports at 25 and 55, I'm John DeTulio on Rochester's News, Weather, and Traffic Station, News Radio WHAM 1180.
News Radio WHAM 1180, time 6:27. Trending now, the Monroe County Sheriff is getting a raise.
That's on the way in 3 minutes, along with a check of traffic and weather on the 10s. This is the Morning News on Rochester's News, Weather, and Traffic Station, News Radio WHAM 1180.
This holiday season.
First, fast, accurate. Rochester's News, Weather, and Traffic Station.
News Radio WHAM 1180.
Cloudy, 40 degrees. It is Wednesday, December 9th, and this is the Morning News on News Radio WHAM 1180. Good morning, I'm J.P. Hastings.
And good morning, I'm Todd Halliday. In the news, Monroe County lawmakers approve a raise for the sheriff.
And still some unanswered questions about the abduction of 2 U of R students.
Those stories and more coming up in 1 minute.
Right now, 6:30, and it's a check of traffic and weather on the 10s. News Radio WHAM 1180. Dale, how we doing?
Well,